little bit of a different approach that the Cubs take with dealing with their international market that I want to ask you about. So the Cubs have less money. They're kind of one of the middle of the pack bonus pools. Three guys to highlight here. Number 10 ranked prospect by Pipeline, Juan Cabada. He's a shortstop out of the DR. 16-year-old, kind of hit over power profile, good supplementary tools. He's not signing a huge bonus. It's 24th ranked, so somewhere in the like 1.5 to $2 million range. Wilfrey De La Cruz is an interesting one. He's a 13th ranked prospect, signing the 10th ranked bonus, I believe, which is going to put him in the mix for like $2 to $3 million. He's a 17-year-old switch hitting shortstop out of the DR. Good strike zone awareness, potential for plus power, all of that good stuff, potential to stick at the position. And then another guy, Juan Tomas, who isn't actually ranked by Pipeline, but he's expected to sign a fairly large bonus, 34th overall. He's a 17-year-old switch hitting shortstop. And so with the Cubs, and they've done this a couple of years in a row, what I notice is they tend to target one or two of kind of the bigger fish in the pool in terms of handing out some larger bonuses. Whereas with the Brewers and Twins, what you see is they're kind of middle class operators. They'll sign like 3 or 4 guys to deals between $1 and $2 million to get more kind of bites at the apple, so to speak. The Cubs approach seems to be target 1 or 2 guys maybe that are larger bonuses. Potentially there's more kind of superstar upside there, maybe, is the thinking. So I'm just curious what you make of that approach and whether that makes sense for an organization that has less resources at their disposal in terms of bonus pool money.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of choose your own flavor, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you walk into a casino and you have your preference of where you're gonna put your money, if you're gonna go to the high roller area or if you're not. And so I'm not gonna fault the team for saying, hey, we're gonna throw $3 million at a guy and think that we could have something. They could miss, but
Mm-hmm.
they could just as easily missing as the $3 million guy is hit on a $20,000 guy. And
Yep.
so it's just kind of how do you want to allocate things, and you get comfortable with that. And it's there. We'd have to really look because there's some teams that have multiple Dominican teams. So it's like they give them maybe more of a chance to stick around. They take more guys in. Um, there's teams that there's quicker turnover, right? Where you bring a guy in and then they're gone, and so I think a lot of teams have their own system, and there's not really any consistency. And I think that if you start at the very very top of the major leagues, it's a copycat thing,
Mm-hmm.
and you start to see every team kind of doing it the same. You get so far down into the Dominican summer leagues and the complexes and how you value certain things at that level. It's so entirely different from one organization to the next. And so no, I wouldn't necessarily say any teams figured it out, because when teams start to really figure something out, everybody copies them. Um, and so is it right or wrong in the Cubs? No. Now is this De La Cruz a relative of Ellie? Because in that
No,
case,
no, I don't believe so.
if he was, you get more money. It's the bloodline thing. So um, if that's what the Cubs want to do, great. But I don't think it's right or wrong or better or worse than any other approach.